So, who told you you have to shave? It was almost half a century ago, but I remember it as clearly as yesterday. Maybe more clearly. Dad said, "There's a razor in the bathroom downstairs. Use it." The downstairs bathroom was my bathroom, except for when it was Mom's, and except for when anybody else needed to use it. But I slept downstairs, and that bathroom was downstairs, so it was my bathroom. I know, TMI, too much information. I was 13 at the time, and my beard was coming in just fine. Yes, there was a razor in that bathroom, along with a can of shaving cream, but there were no instructions. That was before the internet. That was before how-to or DIY books. That was before shaving commercials. That was before people tried to measure beards with a protractor. I assumed it would be worse if I asked Dad how I was supposed to shave. In my mind, that would have been pretty much tantamount to blasphemy. I thought I had to figure it out by myself. Sure, I had seen Dad shave, but he had an electric razor. Mine had an honest-to-goodness razor blade in it. And all I'd heard about shaving was a comedy bit by Bill Cosby saying, "Zip zop, my face was ripped to shreds." Somehow I figured out how to shave without ripping my face to shreds. I didn't even nick myself. I didn't even need a styptic pencil, which is something you rub on a cut to help it stop bleeding. Thanks, Dad. Thanks a lot, Dad. So, who else told you to shave? One of my first jobs was working at a grocery store. I had slight sideburns in those days. Sometimes I set the standard for what the other employees could wear when it came to sideburns, and to bell-bottom jeans. I was also enlisted by classmates in high school who were trying to change the strict dress code to be less strict. Since my facial growth was accepted by teachers and the principal, they pointed me out and then asked, "What's wrong with beards and mustaches?" I had neither, only sideburns, but I was still instrumental in their crusade. In college, I sometimes had a beard. It was variegated, multicolored, brown, black, red, gray, and white, even though the variegation doesn't show up well in this picture. My beard is still variegated, but now it's only black and white. The once red hairs, which are now white, are bristles, very prickly like cat whiskers. When I started dating my wife, she said, "You can keep your beard, but I won't be kissing you." Needless to say, I shaved. But when we're apart for a while and I'm not working, I let the beard grow back. When we are together, I still sport sideburns, leaving plenty of room around my lips to be kissed. I know, TMI. So who told you you have to shave, and do you still have to listen to them? My all-time favorite band is the Bandholtz. Named after its wearer, Eric Bandholtz. The Bandholtz beard is about as full as a beard can get. Eric now sells quality products to care for full beard. What are you shaving? Face? Legs? Head? Perhaps you're thinking, "I can't even grow a beard. This book doesn't apply to me." But let me ask you this. Are you shaving your legs or head? Perhaps your armpits? Are you a professional swimmer who shaves their entire body? If you shave and want to save the planet, this book applies to you. If you don't shave, then you're already helping save the planet, and I hope you'll enjoy reading the rest of this book. If you use personal care products, and most people do, please read the chapter on shaving cream and aftershave to see what else you can do to save the planet. If you shave your legs and/or head, could you shave them less or less often? Why not start a fad by shaving patterns on your legs or head? Sorry, somebody already beat you to it. It's called a mohawk. Have you considered electrolysis instead of shaving? I'm not considering it, mind you. It sounds painful. But theoretically, I'd only have to do it once, and hopefully it's less painful than using tweezers. Perhaps there's gene therapy to turn off hair-growing cells in particular regions. Are you using the style of razor that works best for you and the earth? The main issue I have with shaving less often is that when I resume shaving after a couple of days' break, the razor pulls my hair. Ouch!